Hey, what's up, guys? John here. We're seeing a bloodbath in the crypto space with over $2 trillion in liquidity wiped out overnight. We're seeing Celsius, that blow up. We're seeing Luna blow up. We're seeing all these different concerns stepping forward. Coinbase saying that we could have a situation in which all deposits become essentially non-refundable and we use those deposits to bail ourselves out of bankruptcy. They're saying this in an SEC disclosure. So they're not saying they're definitely doing this, but they're saying that they do have the option. So what I think we are going to be seeing here is something unique, something different that we've never seen before. The last 2 years, we saw a huge rally in Bitcoin and altcoins. We saw people make so much money investing in things that they really didn't know or understand. Some coins like Dogecoin started as a joke and people made fortunes. But then we also saw people lose fortunes. What I think we could be seeing here going forward is going to be something very unique and different that I think we'll never get to see ever again in our lifetime. The last 2 years, we saw people with money that they never had, more money than they ever imagined due to stimulus, unemployment benefits, PP loans. They had debts that simply weren't due, like utility bills and even rent payments, student loans. All these things weren't due. Many people just exercised the option of not paying it, and then they had money coming in, and then some people are even working on the side, getting unemployment and then also working. People had money, and so what were they doing? They were trying to multiply money. What's the easiest way to multiply money? Stocks, crypto. And that's exactly what a lot of people did. They invested in stocks and crypto. But now what's happening is that we're seeing all this money pull out. And what I think we could be seeing going forward, thanks to high gas prices, inflation, and the high cost of living today, could be a permanent pullback on some of these altcoins. Some of these altcoins could really just go to zero. I think we could see 9 out of 10 of them go completely just vanish over the next 12 to 24 months. I do think we could see a huge run up in Bitcoin and some cryptocurrencies that have real utility, but that run up is also, I don't think it's going to be led by Main Street. It could be led by Wall Street. Look at someone like Michael Saylor. Michael Saylor, they had a $4 billion holdings of Bitcoin, $4 billion holding of Bitcoin. That was based on a $30,000 price point, average price point about 30K. Now, yesterday it hit 17,000, like 17.5 Bitcoin hit. So he was down substantially, over $1.2 billion on his holdings, $1.3 billion on his holdings, substantial. But now a lot of people are wondering what's going on with that margin call, because the big rumor was that he was going to get margin called at 21,000. Well, what he's saying is MicroStrategy co-founder and CEO Michael Saylor is responding to fears that part of the firm's Bitcoin holdings purchased using debt could be liquidated. By the way, this guy, Michael Saylor, is a very, very smart guy. Look at his house. The guy's done very well for a reason. He's bright. In a CNBC interview, Saylor says a margin call is highly unlikely given the Bitcoin position MicroStrategy acquired using debt is adequately collateralized. On a multi-billion-dollar balance sheet, we only have $200 million loan that we have to collateralize, and we are 10x over-collateralized on it right now. If the market traded down by a factor of 10, we've got cash, and we can generate cash flow. The margin call is much Aldo about nothing. It's just made me Twitter famous, so I appreciate that. And the Twitter trolls love to beat me up on it because it gets them engagement. In a margin call, a trader or investor is required to put up more funds to avert the closure of the liquidation of a leveraged position. Now, he goes on to say that if you have the chance to grab $2 billion at 1.5% interest, it seems like a reasonable thing to do, and I'm glad we did it. Most of it is unsecured. 1.7 billion of it is unsecured. The 500 million comes due in 7 years after we borrowed the money. Now, you have people like Michael Saylor, very, very bullish on Bitcoin. Think that Bitcoin is essentially going to be the ticket. They think it's he believes that it's really the token of freedom and it represents, something that America needs. That's what Michael Saylor is behind. However, you look at someone like Peter Schiff. Peter Schiff, he's on the other side of the coin. Michael Saylor believes that Bitcoin is the new gold. And, Peter Schiff believes that gold is gold. So it really depends on, where you stand as your position. He says, I agree with Michael Saylor. Michael Saylor came out and said that Bitcoin is on sale. He says, I agree with Saylor. Bitcoin is on sale, but I don't agree that it is a buy. The problem is that it's a going out of business sale. This has happened many times before, though, with cryptocurrencies where everyone would think that, it's going to go out of business. It's done. It's over. It's completely dead. I don't think so. Early markdowns are nothing. Just wait until the blowout, final markdowns. The closeout sale will be epic. Be careful. All sales are final, no returns. this is pretty comical here. They said Charlie Munger watching Bitcoin fall below 18K. So yeah, I personally think that what's likely going to happen is I think that we're going to see just more and more and more mainstream adoption throughout cryptocurrencies and throughout the crypto space. But I also think that what this is going to do is likely push forward more of this. They said they need stablecoin chaos on how to police crypto. We're going to see more regulation in crypto. We're going to see more of a clampdown, I think, on a lot of the free practices. A lot of the shady business has also been conducted through crypto lately, with a lot of these pump and dumps and stuff like that. I think we're going to see a lot of that change over the coming year or two. I think we are going to see more and more adoption of cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin. If you just simply look at what we're doing right now, the digital dollar, Jerome Powell came out talking about this. There's digital dollars, digital currencies, and digital stores of value being adopted by local governments all over the world. And so as this begins to happen, do you think that they would, it's a sincere question, do you think that they'd want to shut down Bitcoin and really make an absolute bloodbath in the crypto space and then take away people's confidence in crypto at a time when they're trying to roll out their own? I don't think so. I think, in fact, that they want people to believe in crypto so that they can roll out their solution. And then over time, that solution is going to be something that people are just going to freely use, right? So I don't think they're going to come down on Bitcoin as a whole, like what Peter Schiff is saying. But I do believe that we are just going to see a very, very new crypto space. I think we're going to see a lot of these coins go to zero. I think we are going to see some of these current coins become more invested by larger institutions, such as, Bitcoin as a whole. I think Bitcoin could be something that if Bitcoin hits 10K, 12K, 13K, I think we're going to see a lot of smart money run into Bitcoin and start adopting and acquiring these digital assets. That's what I believe. But I do think that we are going to see more and more and more pain throughout the general public in the crypto space as the world gets more challenging and people start to really need to sell items, sell cryptos, sell certain things because they don't have any other way around it. Food's too expensive. Life is too expensive. They have to sell things. I think that's what's going to happen. I think we're going to step away from this huge, huge adoption in altcoins where people start pulling back and people are really just investing in 10 or 15 or 20 big, big, big projects. What do you think about this entire situation? Drop your comments below. Hit the like button. Subscribe. You're also subscribe on my second channel. It's going to be a call-in interactive show coming up this week, as well as LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, everything's in the banner. And if you need help with your credit score, you want to make money on YouTube, get on the YouTube grind with me, or you want to invest in real estate when the market crashes, cashnow.video. Catch you guys in the next one.